IVP, get x-rays of the spine and the pelvis, and get an IV of D5 solution.
Lionel, is he going to be all right?
I don't know, Mother. It was his side of the car that got hit. At least now Gus is fine, and Janice. You were lucky.
Janice?
Oh, she's the new chauffeur I hired this evening. To replace Brig, to drive for us.
Oh, really?
In the light of what's happened, I don't know whether it was a wise decision or not, but as far as I can tell, the accident wasn't her fault.
Well, I don't care whose fault it was. If Brick dies, I'll never forgive her, or Augusta, or you either.
I don't know where Jack is now. It's 9:30. He should be here by now.
Yeah, well, why don't you abort this stupid mission and come back?
You know I can't cancel this no matter how much I wanted to.
Why not? 39er, are you set to go once your passengers boarded?
Yes, my engines are warmed up.
You're what?
Look, Cruz, I got two conversations going on here. I'm talking to the tower. I just said my engines are warmed up.
Well, don't be talking like that in front of Jack Lee. He's gonna get the wrong idea.
Look, how many times do I have to tell you this is strictly business?
Wait, on the hour, I'd like an hourly report. That'd do fine, thank you. And when you get to Hawaii, a half-hour report. Listen, why don't these guys from Hawaii just come over here to do this merger thing anyway?
39er, your passenger's on his way to the plane now.
Thank you, Santa Barbara Tower. What altitude are you giving me to Hawaii?
37,000 feet.
Roger.
Who's Roger?
Would you stop, please? Huh? I mean, come on, I'm talking to the tower. I'm flying at an altitude of 37,000 feet.
I wish you were with me. We'd fly a lot higher than that.
Now you're talking.
Listen, I can't wait for you to get back, darling.
Listen, I think Jack just got on board. Jack, is the hatch secure?
Yeah.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Just sit down and buckle up, and then later on you can tell me why you were late, okay? Hold on a second. Santa Barbara Tower, this is 39er, number 1 for takeoff.
39er Golf, you are cleared for takeoff, runway 16.
Roger. Cruz, look, I gotta go. We're ready to fly. I'll see you soon.
You'd better. None of this Amelia Earhart stuff now, okay?
Hey, I gotta come home to you. I love you, remember?
Okay, I love you too, darling. You take real good care of yourself and call me.
Will do. Bye. All right, Jack. Hang on. We're off.
Sorry, Eden. No Jack Lee here.
Never trusted women drivers.
Neither have I.
Oh, Lionel.
Hello, darling. Glad to hear you're okay.
I'm not. I'm in great pain.
What's the verdict, Doctor?
Well, the injuries were very light. Miss Harrison's ankle is a mild sprain. Well, she'll be going home in a couple of hours, but I'd like to keep your wife overnight, if I may.
Oh, I see.
Just for observation. There's nothing to worry about.
Well, I'm worried. I wake up in a hospital, racked with pain, facing a total stranger.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. You two haven't been formally introduced. Janice Harrison, my wife, Augusta.
We've met already once. Practically head on, thank you. Hope you're satisfied.
Your mother never ceases to amaze me. Satisfied about what?
Well, you're the person who hired that person to drive us.
Well, yeah, we've been looking for a driver for a long time, ever since Brake was going to leave, and so Janice came along.
Loaded for bear.
Mrs. Lockridge, I have a very good driving record.
Really? Do you measure it by the employers you've lost or the ones who are still recovering?
Janice comes with very good references.
And a deadly aim.
Now, wait a minute. I still don't have this straight yet. Who was really at fault here?
My son owns a newspaper. He has a fetish for facts.
Don't listen to her, Janice.
Before you get an exclusive, I'd like to know how Brick is. He probably got away without a scratch.
No, he didn't.
I'm afraid he's in very serious condition. He has a piece of metal lodged against his spine, and we're going to have to operate to see if we can remove it.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry.
What are his chances, Doctor?
It's impossible to say at this point, Mr. Lockridge. You have to wait and evaluate that after we've operated.
Anyway, please.
Rick, dear boy, you're going to get better. You must. You're no good to me this way. I need you. You're the only hope of the Lockridge family. I can't allow you to be sick.
When I saw the headlights of her car coming at us, I thought the game was over. And I was so proud about having gotten this job tonight, too. I have to tell you, I've never had an interview quite like it.
Well, knowing that, I can believe that. So tell me, you've had experience as a chauffeur before then?
Sure, a couple of times, and never had an accident in my life.
Well, you made up for lost time tonight. Warren, would you please close that curtain?
My pleasure.
I'd like to keep this job.
Hey, look, Mom could be a handful. Let's just wait and see what happens, okay?
Poor Brick.
Can't you resist any woman, even when she's wearing a man's uniform?
Augusta, will you please be reasonable?
We certainly didn't need someone coming out of our driveway at 100 miles an hour. I wonder what she does in a church zone on a Sunday morning.
That may have been partly Brick's fault. He was in a super hurry to get to the airport to meet Amy.
Lionel, if you must know, it was probably my fault. I was in such a hurry to get home. I probably didn't watch where I was going. I feel so terrible about Brick. I didn't want to hurt him. A piece of metal in his spine. It's awful.
Oh, I know that.
Please, please don't try to comfort me.
That's what I came here for, to comfort you.
I want you to get rid of her.
Who?
Janet.
Janice.
Whatever her name is, I don't like her. I think she's a terrible driver, and I don't want her working for us. And when I get home, I want her gone, and I want Brick to be all right. I can't stand living with all this guilt.
300 golf, level at 37,000 feet. Jack? I'm thirsty. Could you possibly rustle up something back there for me to drink? Then you can tell me why you were so late, huh? Actually, why don't you just come up here? We can discuss some of the merger details that have to be finalized before we get there. Champagne for the pilot? No, thank you. How about some water or juice or something, huh? Wait a minute. Who are you?
You don't know how good this caviar tastes. I haven't eaten all day. Do they know anything about Brick?
No, sorry.
I can't stand it.
Listen, Dad's, seeing what he can do about finding you some champagne. I don't know if the hospital's gonna allow it.
Well, we mustn't let ourselves be tyrannized by stuffy old hospital regulations. What do you think of her?
Oh, she's very pretty, Mom.
Is that your in-depth analysis? I mean, as a person.
Mother, I don't know her as a person yet.
Maybe she isn't one. Why don't you just go and investigate for me? See what you can make of her.
Mother, are you trying to get rid of me here?
Of course not. I just want to find out about your father's new acquisition, and I'm trying to do you a favor at the same time.
Well, for once, I don't mind doing snooping for you, Mom.
Everyone should have a devoted son.
Right. Well, I thought you might like to have a little company.
Oh, thanks. I'm just killing time till they let me out.
You know, if you've got a sprained ankle, you need some help getting out of here. Hello, Nick. Well, you know, I seem to have made a habit of helping young ladies out of this hospital.
Hi.
Hello, Nick.
They said I could come in. I was worried about you and Brick, but they wouldn't let me see him.
I understand they're taking him to surgery soon.
Yes. Your mother-in-law's with him right now.
Really? Well, that doesn't surprise me. She spent 5 minutes with me. She's probably spending an hour with him. I wonder if Amy knows.
Brick was supposed to be on that flight with her to New Staland.
Someone's going to have to notify her before long, I guess. I suppose that's what he wants.
Oh, I feel so sorry for him.
Wait a minute. Minx is with Brick.
Yes.
Well, this is a perfect opportunity to find out more about their relationship. She's probably very vulnerable right now, distracted. You could talk to her. Maybe something will slip out.
That would be taking unfair advantage of her, and I won't do it.
Mr. Hartley, I'm under the assumption that I am paying you a lot of money to find out what I want to know. Now, a deal's a deal. You may think that you're imposing on her, but just think of it as doing your job. If you look at it that way, you won't feel so bad.
I'll think about it. Anyway, I'm glad you're all right.
Thank you. So am I.
I'm sorry, darling. There's no champagne or food either. Because the kitchen doesn't open until 5 a.m.
No wonder so many people are sick here. They're probably starving to death or dying of thirst.
That's all right. You'll be out of here in the morning. I'll buy you anything you want.
The only thing I want from you is what I asked from you before, is to get rid of her.
You know something? I don't think Janice is the problem, really. I mean, every time you get upset about something, you start picking on the peripheral things before you get to the heart of the matter. Now, what is it? Why did you drive home at that breakneck speed?
Because I know what's going on behind my back.
Half the world is going on behind your back. What is it this time? What particular problem is it?
Brandon. You've been seeing him. He was at our house, wasn't he?
So that's it.
You bet that's it. That's what made me drive so fast. That's what caused it. It's your fault. I call our house and Brandon answers the phone. Now we have a female chauffeur and a child butler. Oh, please.
Well, I must admit, I have formed a certain attachment for that little fella.
Formed an attachment. You worship him. You see your blood running through his veins. Your genes and chromosomes crashing through his body like a genetic bumper car. You think he's your ticket to immortality?
All right, I admit it. What's wrong with that?
Because it doesn't stop there. It goes even deeper. I mean, we may be old hat, but you do owe us an allegiance.
When have I ever failed any of you?
You ask your children that question, they'll say their father's run away from home to be with his grandson, at least emotionally. And when did you last get into bed and think just about me? You see, you can't answer that. Brandon's more than a grandchild that you can bounce on your knee. He's Sophia's grandchild, and every time you look at him, you think of her. Where do I fit in?
Have you finished?
Finished? Oh, I could do days on the subject.
You could do days on any subject.
I want you to stop seeing him, Lionel. If you want to play grandfather, we'll rent you a suit, and we'll hire a child by the hour. But I don't want you to have anything more to do with Brandon Capwell.
Right. Well, with the way you handle that tower and whoever Cruz is at the same time, that shouldn't be any problem.
Who are you? And where is Jack?
I'm sorry, Kirk Cranston, if you believe what they put on birth certificates.
I don't care what they put on birth certificates. I want to know what the hell you're doing on my plane.
Really, this is your plane? Very impressive.
Mr. Cranston, do you mind?
I'm sorry, what the hell am I doing on your plane, right? Well, I guess you could say I'm substituting for Jack. He asked me to take his place in this jaunt.
He did what?
Well, hold on. I'm qualified, if that's what you're worried about. I've got my MBA from Harvard. I ran a small, diversified business in Philadelphia. Let's see, gross sales the first year were $83 million, up 40% from the previous year. Thanks to me, really. Look, Jack has handpicked me for this job. Fact is, we've gone over all the merger details, the Walton Hotel chain, everything, the whole ball of wax. I've done my homework.
So, why didn't Jack tell me? Huh? Why did he just spring it on me like this?
Well, he was just a little rushed. Knew I could handle it and smooth out any ruffled feathers.
Well, you seem pretty presumptuous, Mr. Cranston.
Yeah, and arrogant, too. Well, being modest is really a waste of time.
What would you like to do? Would you like to fly this plane? Maybe even help find a cure for cancer?
Sure. Just as soon as I finish telling Miss Eden Capwell she's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen.
Mrs. Lockridge, has Brick gone to surgery?
Who are you?
My name is Nick Hartley. I'm a friend of Brick's. I guess I'm just as anxious about this as you are. Brick's told me a great deal about you, and I'm glad that we finally have a chance to meet. I'm just sorry it has to be under these circumstances.
Yes.
You know, I think Brick is probably the most honest, hard-working guy I've ever met. You're lucky to have him. But you know, I always wondered how you managed to find him. Did he send you a resume of his? Did he answer an ad in the paper? How did you get together?
I don't wish to be disturbed right now, Mr. Hartley.
I'm sorry. I know it must be pretty rough for you. Listen, I'll be back and maybe we can talk again. Goodbye.
Now, who is he? And what does he want?
Hey, bro. How's Rick doing?
We haven't heard anything new. He's still in surgery.
You think he's gonna make it?
They don't know.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, he is a strong person.
I finally had a chance to meet Minx Lockridge.
She's already been here?
Still is. She's been sitting by Brick's bedside and watching over him like a guardian angel. I finally understand why she has the reputation she does. She is a very tough lady.
Yeah, tell me about it, man. I've had occasion to deal with her myself.
Where's Eden? She's not with you?
No, she's on a business trip to Hawaii with Jack Lee.
Lee isn't married, is he?
No.
How long are they going to be gone?
I don't know, a couple of days.
Listen, I don't think I'd want Kelly going off with anybody who has a reputation like Lee has. But heck, you know, a man who hobnobs with kings and presidents, there's no competition for a man like you, is he?
Hey, you know, the guy is old enough to be her
uncle.
father.
Oh, he could be your uncle, sure.
Hey, give it up, brother. You ain't gonna get to me this way.
What did they say about business making strange bedfellows?
No, they say politics does that.
Oh,
but you can't make me jealous, Nick. Eden knows what a good thing she's got at home. I mean, she might go running off to take care of business now and then, but she always comes back.
Whoa, would you whistle that one more time, please? It was so dark, I couldn't hear you.
Keep talking. You just might not be my best man next time around.
Very impressive. I'm not hiring, and I'm not even considering total strangers.
Well, I get more familiar as time goes on.
Wouldn't advise you to try it.
You know, this is a first. I've never gone for a job interview at 37,000 feet. Is that what it is? But it's kind of fun.
What do you do when I say next?
Put the plane into a dive, sabotage your parachute, bail. No, look, I'm just joking. The fact is, I have always wanted to have been involved with Capwell Enterprises. You know, Jack has enjoyed his association with your father, but the fact is, you know, he's not going to spend the rest of his life working as a corporate consultant. You're probably going to lose him anyway.
Really?
Oh, yeah, he is dead serious about running for the state senator in 1990. He didn't mention that to you. There you go. That's Jack.
All this does not explain why Jack sent me to Hawaii with a perfect stranger.
Well, almost perfect anyway. I must admit I have my occasional lapse.
Look, this may amuse you, Mr. Cranston, but it does not amuse me. I am doing serious business here, and Jack knows that. I don't need some second stringer coming in here and telling me what to do. We pay Jack a good retainer to do our business.
Hey, Miss
and handle my father.
Miss Capwell, I am not a second stringer, and I never have been. Now, if I may say so, I am more what you need right now than Jack is. He is an attorney, okay? A good one. But I am a businessman, well-trained, very experienced. I am more what you need right now.
Look, your resume doesn't tell me a thing about you. It doesn't tell me how you function under pressure. It doesn't tell me how you act in the middle of a crisis. Do you know that?
With grace, Miss Capwell, always with grace.
Being glib is not the same as being competent. For that matter, I don't even know if I'm safe with you.
Well, you're as safe as you want to be with me. No more, no less.
Dr. Bach, Dr. George Bach.
Lionel.
Oh, Mother, have you heard anything?
No, not a word. It's outrageous.
Yes, it is. How are you, Mrs. Lockridge?
Inspector Castillo.
Oh, you don't know Brick's mother. This is Katie Wallace. My mother makes Lockridge.
Hello, Mrs. Lockridge. Rick's told me a lot about you, about working for you.
I didn't realize that they'd sent for you.
I just wish I'd gotten to see him before he went into surgery, you know? I mean, I would like for him to have known that I'm here.
Mother, this is Nick Hartley.
Yes, Mr. Hartley and I have met.
Yes, indeed.
I saw him just before they took him into surgery.
How was he? I'm so scared for him. You know, they asked for my permission to check my medical records. Mine. Now, why would they do a thing like that?
Well, that does seem odd.
Have you talked to the doctor?
No, I don't know anything except he's in surgery. I wish somebody would come and tell us something. How long has he been in there?
It's been about an hour now.
I'm sure they will tell you as soon as it's over.
Yeah. Oh, your wife was in the accident too, wasn't she? Listen, I'm sorry for not asking about her.
Oh, that's all right. Listen, she's going to be fine. They'll be out in the morning. Unfortunately, the only serious injuries were sustained by your son, Rick.
Rick is doing so well. I mean, he felt he really had a good future ahead, you know what I mean? He sounded so happy.
We're all very, very sorry.
So here comes the doctor now.
Mrs. Wallace, the operation's over. They're taking you back to the recovery room.
How is he?
Well, there are a couple problems, I'm afraid. There's a scrap of metal lodged in an area adjacent to the spine that we can't touch. It's just too risky. Well, there is hope there, however. Depending on how the scar tissue forms itself around the metal, there may be no problem. We've had war veterans with pieces of shrapnel that have had not a bit of trouble. However, if the tissue forces the metal against the spinal nerves, then there may be some problems.
Oh, my God. You mean it could paralyze him or something like that?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's just a condition that will require some periodic monitoring. I'm afraid that that's not really our chief concern at the moment.
Well, then what is? You said 2 problems. What else?
The other problem is more serious. There was damage to both his kidneys, and I'm afraid he may need a kidney transplant.
Oh.
That's why we wanted to look at your medical records. We were hoping you might be a possible donor for your son.
Of course. I'd do anything in the world for him.
Well, in order for a tissue transplant to work, we need as close a tissue match as possible. Now, yours might work, but we were hoping to do a little better. I wonder if you had any other children.
No, just Barnaby, Brick.
What about his father? Is he alive?
I don't even know. I mean, he walked out on us when Brick was just a baby. I haven't even heard from him in years.
Well, it could be very useful to Brick if we could find his father.
Look, Doc, I'll do whatever I can to help find him. We can put out an APB if necessary.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, if he is alive, I'm sure we can track him down.
Why don't you get on that right away?
Rick was always such a good boy, independent and strong. Why, he could take care of himself almost from the time he was old enough to walk.
Was he close to his dad?
Oh, his father left us when Rick was just a baby. I know he loved Rick, but, well, there are just some men that, you know, they're not cut out for a family and responsibilities. You know what I mean? And we sure weren't rich. I think that kind of weighed him down, too. I remember one winter when we were just about flat broke. The circus hadn't been going too good, and we went on up north. His dad was long gone by then. I remember it was freezing cold that winter, and Brick lost his coat somewhere. He knew that we didn't have any money to buy him another one, so he didn't say one word to me about losing it. For 2 weeks, he walked around in that bitter freezing cold without a coat, just so he wouldn't add to our problems any. Of course, when I found out what had happened, well, I just could have killed him. But there was a happy ending. The next day, after he confessed about what happened, this beautiful fur-lined leather coat's delivered parcel post. I mean, it was exactly Brick's size.
Really? Mm-hmm. Where did it come from?
You know, we never knew. I mean, I called the department store I was sure there was some kind of mistake, you know, but they said, no, it was meant for Brick. Somebody had ordered it sent, and so he got to keep it. Isn't that something? I mean, it makes you believe in miracles, practically.
I can't wait to get my own clothes back. I feel foolish in these.
Well, not to worry. We'll have you home in no time.
Oh, Warren, you've been very nice, but I'm not sure I should go to your home. I thought I'd look for another job tomorrow.
Why? I mean, still got another job here with us.
Your mom does not want me around. I guess we've all heard that. And I really can't blame her. And I'm still mad as hell at her. She nearly had us all killed.
Oh, look, I'm mad at her, too. Still think you ought to come home, at least for one night, though.
Well, I'm in no shape to fight about it, so... Okay.
Fine. Well, let me go see what happened to that wheelchair, all right?
Poor Brick. I know I've had a lot of angry thoughts about him, but I never wished this on him. I feel so terrible.
I know. I brought you something that might make you feel better.
Oh, guilt can't be assuaged by little gifts, Lionel. Regret can't be soothed by baubles.
I'm not talking baubles, but let you just judge for yourself.
Good heavens.
You like it?
Oh, Lionel. No, I can't.
What's wrong? Doesn't it fit?
I can't accept that.
Can't accept it. You're my wife, not my secretary. Matter of fact, my secretary wouldn't have any problem accepting it. What's wrong?
Because I know what it really represents.
Represents? You mean other than a heck of a lot of money?
You're trying to bribe me into accepting Brandon in our family. You can't buy affection. If you don't know that, it's time you learned.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sorry if I seem ridiculous to you now.
Augusta.
Please, I am very tired. Just take the necklace and leave. I just need to rest and think.
Maybe my secretary would have a better chance.
For Sophia.
Here we are. The honeymoon suite. Welcome.
I'm afraid there's been some sort of problem. We didn't ask for the honeymoon suite.
Compliments of the management. This is nice, but we aren't married. We're here on business.
Really?
Oh, dear. Well, obviously there's been an error. You're welcome to the suite unless you prefer other accommodations.
No, I'll tell you what. Do you have another room on this floor? Miss Capel is welcome to stay here, of course, if she wants to.
Yes, I'd like to.
Well, I can give you the adjoining room. It's unoccupied.
Yeah, I'd like to look at it. I'll be right back.
Yes, I'd like to make a call to Santa Barbara, California, station to station.
Hello?
Guess who?
Hey, baby. Did you try to call me before?
No, I didn't. We just checked in. The honeymoon suite, no less.
Hang on, hold everything. You just checked into the honeymoon suite with Jack Lee?
No, I just checked in by myself. Jack Lee didn't show up. And in fact, he sent a substitute. Can you believe it?
I thought you said he was already on board when you took off.
Well,
I thought so, but instead it was some kid named Cranston.
Kurt Cranston. Jack sent him as a substitute, and I don't know if he's going to hold up during negotiations or not.
I don't know anything about this guy at all, but I'll tell you something else. I'm going to talk to Jack, and he's going to get an earful.
You mean Jack sent you to Hawaii to do this deal with a total stranger? I don't believe that.
Yep.
Well, all I'm going to do is make this merger as short and sweet as I can, for Daddy's sake, and come flying home to you as fast as my little wings will carry me.
Hello?
Can you hold on a second?
Hey,
Yes.
the room's great. Just wondering if you wanted to join me in a little while for a nightcap.
No, thanks. I'm going to do some work and go to bed early.
Okay. You're not going to eat anything?
Well, I'll call room service and have them send something up.
Okay, sounds like a good idea. I'll do the same. I am right through that door if you need me.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night. Sorry.
That's cool. I'm really glad you called. You know, I was, well, at least I got a chance now at being able to get to sleep. Although I'm not sure how without you here to relax me.
Well, why don't I put you to sleep long distance? Why don't you turn out your light and lay down?
Just a second. Okay, that's done. Talk to me, Eden.
Now I'm going to turn out my light. And lay back. And you're going to imagine that I'm right next to you. Can you do that?
Very easily.
Just think that I'm in your arms and you're kissing me goodnight.
Darling, I think a couple of your buttons are in the way.
Yeah. You know, Cruz?
Yeah.
I almost feel like I'm there.
Won't you kiss me again?
crush on you. Sweetie pie, all the day and night time. Hear me sigh, I never had the least notion that I could fall with so much emotion. Could you care for a cunning cottage? We could share the world apart, my much. 'Cause I got a crush, my baby, on you.
Now.
What's going on? Who are you? What happened?
Take it easy, Brick. You were in an accident.
The car. Right. Amy, what about Amy?
Amy, there was no Amy in the car.
No, listen, we're supposed to get on a plane together tonight. We're supposed to go together.
You gotta be quiet, Brick. You just had an operation.
If what?
What else can you tell us about his father, Mrs. Wallace? I'm thinking about personal habits, things that can help us track him down.
Well, let's see. It's not easy. It's been so long ago. You know, it's funny. The things you forget about someone you live with so intimately. He used to follow the races, loved to bet the ponies. He never really had time for any hobbies. Oh, of course, he exercised a lot. I mean, he had to keep himself in shape then. I don't know if you ever worked a high wire, but it's not an easy job.
No, I don't imagine it is.
Oh, look, he's awake. The doctor must have told him what's wrong. He looks real upset.
I'd say the odds are against.
What? 2 to 1, 3 to 1, and I'll be paralyzed? What?
We'll just have to wait and see. We'll x-ray it from time to time to see if there's any movement. Right now, our major concern is finding a kidney donor for you. Just in case.
Is there anything else that you're holding back from me because you're sparing me here?
No, I swear. I just wish I had better news for you.
So do I. So Mom's here.
Yes, I told her everything.
Do you mind if I talk to her? I know that she must be very upset right now.
Absolutely. You have another friend waiting to see you, too. Yeah, hold on. Okay. You both can come in now if you want to. He's still a little groggy, but he wants to see you.
Hello, Barnaby, honey.
Hi. Sorry about this, Mom.
Baby, you're gonna be okay. I love you so much.
I love you, too. Hey, Nick.
Hi, Brick. Listen, I'm not going to stay. I just wanted to say hello and let you know that I wish you all the best.
Thanks.
I'll probably be hanging around outside if you want some company later.
Is it okay if I sit here?
Sure.
I mean, I don't want to make you uncomfortable or anything.
You're not.
My poor baby. This isn't fair, is it? This shouldn't have happened to you.
Accident shouldn't happen to anyone. Look, Mom, don't worry about it. The doctor says I got great chances with this piece of metal. Better odds than at a crap table.
Are you in any pain now?
No, I'm fine. The anesthetic hasn't worn off yet.
Oh, God, I hope you don't suffer much when it does. Listen, honey, did he tell you about...
Yeah. They'll find a kidney, don't worry.
They were saying that they were going to try to find your father. See how his works. Maybe you'll finally be good for something, huh?
Yeah, maybe they'll have better luck finding him than we did, huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Your friend Nick and Inspector Cruz, you know, that nice man, they said they were going to help. Look. I'm sorry.
Oh, Mom, don't cry. Everything's going to work out just fine. You'll see.
I hope it does, Barnaby. I'm going to pray that it does. You know me. I'm not much for prayers. But I think sometimes they probably help. No harm in trying anyway, huh?
Not a bit. Man, I'm not proud. I'll take all the help I can get.
At least you got Amy. She'll stay with you and take care of you. You are lucky in that respect.
Amy. Right.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm sorry to disturb you, but I thought you were up, moving around, and...
I hope I didn't wake you. I was trying to sleep. It didn't work.
No, I'm having the same problem you are.
I was just a little wound up, I guess, thinking about tomorrow.
Yeah, the old hula lags got us. I suppose really it's me, huh? My being here instead of Jack?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Well, Eden, may I call you Eden?
Yes, what is it?
I just want you to know I'm going to pull through for you.
I've heard a lot of talk today, Mr. Cranston.
Yeah, you're right. Say, is wearing a bathing suit, I take it, the best way to get to sleep? Or I never tried it, but...
Well, you don't just wear it. You have to use it. It's the old Capwell cure. Swim in the sauna before you go to sleep. And I was just on my way down to the hotel.
Hey, sounds good. You mind if I join you?
Well, no, I suppose not.
All right. Well, what do you say? We'll pick up my suit. I'll change downstairs, all right?
Okay. Let's go.
Darling, I thought you'd have turned in by now. No, operator. No, that's all right. I'll try and call later again. Thanks.
Rick?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm on my way home. I thought I'd see if there's anything you need before I go.
Yeah, actually, I need you to do something for me.
Yeah, sure.
Can you call Miss Stalin for me right away? I need to talk to Amy. She's going to be wondering why I didn't show up to take the flight back with her. Could you do that for me, please?
Yeah, sure, if you want me to.
Appreciate it. Look, I just hope no one's called her yet.
Why?
Because I don't want her to know about my condition. I don't want her to know anything at all.
Hey, you will forgive my saying so, but that's kind of crazy. You can't keep something like this from a woman you love.
No, I have to. You don't know her. She'll drop everything in 10 seconds flat to come back to be with me.
That's such a bad thing.
Yes, because you don't know her. She'll feel that she'll owe me or something, and then she'll just mess up her life and Johnny's too. Nick, I can't let her do something stupid like this.
Maybe it would be the best thing that could ever happen to all of you.
No, you don't understand. It's finally come home to me how different our lives are, and they should be. Nick, I don't want her changing all of these things on my account.
Why not?
Because I know that she'll hate me later on, and I'll hate myself even more for letting her do it.
It won't happen that way.
Nick, I'm the patient here. You're not supposed to argue with patients. I know what I'm talking about.
I'm stating an opinion. I think it's a mistake, and I think you should take some more time out and think about this before you call.
Look, I've made up my mind. If you don't want to do this, just say so.
Okay, listen. I'll make the call. I'll go to the desk and I'll check to see how I can make an overseas call. But in the meantime, would you give this some serious thought?
I already have.
Oh, Lionel. Thank you.
What time is it?
I don't know. It must be late. Oh, thank you for all this.
I love you. You've got to understand that I can't give Brandon up, but that doesn't change a thing between you and me. I don't know what we're going to do about it. I know it's painful for you. But you and I have together wouldn't change because of anybody. I need you now, and I always will.
I need you too, darn it.
You're so dopey to have doubts about it. The once and future Mrs. Luther.
Ow.
Oh, poor neck. Oh, let me just kiss that neck.
Big and brave and handsome Romeo.
Now it's the sack.
Well, you sound sleepy.
So do you.
Good.
I left a call for 6 a.m.
Ooh, we might as well have breakfast together, huh? So what do you eat in the mornings?
Oh, juice, coffee, maybe some fresh fruit.
All right, well, I'll order it up. What do you say we have breakfast here in this elaborate honeymoon suite?
Well, I might as well get some use out of it.
Yeah. Well, I'll telephone down and order it up for tomorrow.
Okay.
Can I use the phone?
Oh, sure, yeah. Just lock up when you're through.
Sure. Good night. Hello?
Is this room 303?
Yes, it is.
I was calling Eden Capwell. I was told that her room was 303.
Well, you were told right. This is her room. Hold on a minute. I'll tell you what, I think she's in the shower. Do you want me to get her for you?
No, don't bother.
Oh, well, it wouldn't be any bother at all, believe me.
I bet it wouldn't be, pal. Like I said, don't bother.
Yeah, all right. Any message?
No. Thanks. I'm gonna see about this. Yeah, I'd like some information on your flights to Hawaii. Like, what time's the first one you got going out tomorrow morning?